recently things have been more of a burden than you was expecting, but considering everything that you have done, it's been nowhere near as hard as you would have thought it was going to be. Okay then, Capricorn. Hi. My name's Steve. Welcome to Sunchild Tarot. Now, if you've come this far, you probably are already Eclipse effect readings are. We're looking at the stages of the effects of the eclipse energies in your life or for your sign since the lunar and solar eclipse over Christmas and New Year on the Cancer and Capricorn axis. So, like the last video, and if you've not seen the last video, go and have a look at it. I'll put it on an end screen at the end. It's on a playlist for this as well, Capricorn Eclipse Effect. Ask a question. Pause the video if you have to. You don't have to ask the question because this is ongoing from the previous reading, but it won't harm if you do, because I would imagine in the month-ish that will have passed between the release of these two videos, things may have happened. Things may have changed. Remember, we have the spectre of Saturn and Pluto conjunction behind us now as well. So that'll take its time working its way through. So let me bring up the cards. You'll notice that the new spread, because you'll have seen my, no, that side, you'll have seen my shuffle video appear while I'm waffling. So I think I'm just waffling long enough to leave that shuffle video there. But if I change my camera, where you are at the moment, we have the Jack or the Knave or Page of Cups and the World. So the dream that you were working on, possibly in the previous reading, it's mutated somewhat, as in you've achieved the level that you were after, and now you're wanting to say, right, where do we go from here? And this is because recently things have been more of a burden than you was expecting, but considering everything that you have done, it's been nowhere near as hard as you would have thought it was going to be. So let's have a look. Since we were there, this time there's certain decisions that you have made. I wonder if that was to do with cutting out whoever it was in the previous reading being a little bit bitter and a little bit annoying and poking holes in what it was that you were trying to do. But you've set forward on the new path, and you made a decision to ensure, well, to a certain extent, that the truth will out. Now, this might be a historic thing, because this position in my spread is frequently lessons that you've learned in the past that you either need to apply right now or are applying right now falsely. The truth doesn't always cost, is what I'm getting from that second pile of cards. The truth can sometimes be a good thing, even if it leaves you more than a little isolated and feeling like you're banging your head against a brick wall and saying, oh, we're doing the same thing again. But you have had to balance recently, but you have had the support of friends while you're doing it. But that burden has been shared. It's not been as heavy as it could have been, but there's an emphasis of the Wheel of Fortune. You've got the wheel just in the very recent past, i.e. it's touching you right now. There's a present line that goes through here. And the next card that you're going into, and the linear time bit rather than astrological influences, is also the Wheel of Fortune. So there's a lot of things changing around you right now. So you are quite right to go, yeah, I'm going in this direction rather than I'm going in that direction. Do you know what I mean? You need to leave your scope wide at the moment, but I think that you're quite happy with this. The last reading was great. And now we've got to how you're feeling Ten of Cups, so no idle wish fulfillment, what you wanted, actual proper happiness that has come to you. And Two of Cups, so maybe there's a partnership there. Maybe you've brought two aspects of your life together and it's finally all working in harmony, because there still appears to be someone around you that thinks you're operating under the cat, she'll claw to get out in a minute, that thinks you're operating under some form of illusion and that you're maybe not heading in entirely the right direction, but they're wrong. As simple as that, they are wrong, because these are two more decks and two beautiful sets of cards. Progress is slow, yes, but with that Wheel of Fortune behind you and Wheel of Fortune in front of you, progress needs to be slow. You need to make sure that you're on a sure footing. You can't really make all of your plans as yet until you hear what decisions have been made around you. And I know that you feel that you're waiting for those decisions to come down, but you will get there, and there will be victory with this. We've got the Six of Pentacles again, like we had in a similar position in the last reading, with the Nine of Cups. So there's that wish fulfillment of, you want to know where you're heading to, and you are going to know where you're heading to, but there is a rebirth, because that number 9 seems to be really springing out at me. There is a rebirth in this, once you have laid the plans, once you have made the arrangements, started working towards things, there's a rebirth in there. And also there's some secret things, these decisions that it looks like you're waiting for that will come through, with this Wheel of Fortune either side of you. These decisions, you know most of them, you don't know all of them, but there ain't nothing there that's of any worry to you. As if anything, you've got more support here with the decisions, ones that you know and the ones that you don't know. But the ones that you don't know aren't a worry. But I do think that you need to be wary of worrying too much about these decisions that are being made when you're not there. I've got the Devil card, so if you've watched me before, you know I always like to clarify that. Oh, well, that was easy. The Devil card with my Demon Possessed Tarot, Bloodstone Studios. If they've still got any for sale, they're great tarot. So Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, you've got to keep your feet on the ground, eyes on the prize, so to speak. You're in a nurturing time. Things can change quite quickly, and quite quickly for the better. So do not be worried about conflict over your ideas, and do not be worried about anything that gets lost once all of these decisions have come through and have come down into the real world. They're not a bad thing. I feel like there is maybe something that you think, but I wanted to go there as well, and now I can't do that. That's not a bad thing. And another thing I feel like is, don't worry about that, because you'll be able to do that later. Like I say, there's that wish fulfillment coming and that rebirth coming. And I think the direction that you are seeing yourself in, wait a minute, I'll let you out in a sec. The rebirth that you felt, that I felt was there, is going to mean that a lot of what you're setting in place right now, again, like before, it's you're setting it in place and moving on from this Eight of Cups, which is going forward to the next challenge with the Knight of Swords. So this time you're doing it fast, and you're doing it in reaction to some news, but this is some news where you've been waiting for this decision for a long, long time. Things are going to go your way with this, even though at first it may look like, oh, is that exactly my way? It will be, don't worry about it. As long as you are sticking to the rules, you ain't going to be used. And that's... Just was. One moment. Oi. Oi. 1 minute. I'll let you out in a second. In fact, I've always said I'll put you on camera. Where you gone? No, she's hiding because she knows what's going to happen next now. So, but this is a lovely spread. So I will move on to filming phase 3 once I let the cat out. Keep an eye open for all the lunar readings that I do, waxing and waning moons, new moon, full moon, obviously your ordinary monthlies, and phase 3, when it comes out, will be on this playlist. Please comment down below. And the cat's gone flop now because she's given up. Please comment down below if this reading is meaning anything to you. Please do press subscribe. And by the way, Capricorn, I did yours first because you're my favourite. Or rather, you've given me the best viewing figures, which has really surprised me. So thank you for your support, Capricorn. So in the meantime, yeah, stay tuned. Click that notifications bell. You'll get to know when the next one of these is out. Cheers.